Hi student, today I am going to discuss about Newton's third law of motion. Okay? Newton third law. So in the previous part I have explained about first law and second law. So first law क्या था? Our external force or net force is equals to 0. So acceleration is 0 and velocity is constant. So ये first law था. So velocity is constant means if an object moving in a certain velocity, then the object will keep moving with that velocity only. Okay? Second law. So force is equals to rate of change of momentum by change of time. That means rate of change of momentum is equals to force. So this is the second law. Now third law is, so we all heard this statement, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Okay? So ये एक्शन एंड रिएक्शन क्या है? So इसके बारे में डिस्कस करते हैं. Suppose this is a surface, okay, and we place an object here of which mass is m. So ये ऑब्जेक्ट इस सरफेस में प्लेस करने से इसका जो वेट होगा mg, it will act in a downward direction and the surface will also apply a force on that object in the upward direction. That is basically called normal reaction. Okay, this is normal reaction. So mg is the weight. Now the weight of the block act downward, which is equals to mg, and the surface act a force n, which is called normal reaction in the upward direction. Now is mg and n are action and reaction? No. So n and mg are not action and reaction pair. So याद रखना, action and reaction always act on different bodies. ठीक है? So this is always act on different bodies. Now why mg and n is not action and reaction? Because so this weight mg, this is what? This is the force with who is the earth attracting the object. Yes or no? So earth is suppose earth center. So यहाँ पे ये m रहने से earth will attract the object with mg. Yes. So this mg is the force applied by earth on the object, and n, it is the force applied by surface on the object. ठीक है? But for action and reaction, they should apply on different bodies. Okay? But here, both the force are applied on m only, not different bodies. Okay? So mg and n is not an action and reaction. So action and reaction are of same nature. Same nature का है. So यही example ले लो. So mg is the gravitational force. Listen, mg is the gravitational force and n is the upward force applied by surface on the object. But n is not a gravitational force. So here point is action and reaction are of same nature. मतलब अगर gravitational force का action हुआ, so reaction भी gravitational force का ही होना चाहिए. ठीक है? अगर स्प्रिंग फोर्स ले लो और फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स ले लो, सो फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स का रिएक्शन फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स ही बनेगा, स्प्रिंग फोर्स का रिएक्शन स्प्रिंग फोर्स ही बनेगा, ठीक है। सो एक्शन एंड रिएक्शन हैज टू बी ऑफ सेम नेचर, सो mg and n इज नॉट एक्शन एंड रिएक्शन, ठीक है। सो अभी यहाँ पे देखो mg का रिएक्शन क्या होगा, suppose this is the action, that means mg is the force the earth applied on that object m, then m will also apply a force mg in the upward direction, that means this mg is the force applied by the object on the earth and this mg is the force applied by earth on the object, so this is action and this one is reaction. Similarly, so agar this is the force applied by surface on the block and this is the force applied on surface by the block. Okay, so this is the force applied on block by the surface, okay, and bs, this is the force applied on block by the surface and this is the force applied on surface by the block, so this is action and reaction, they are of same nature. So suppose we consider an example again. Suppose this is a rope, okay, and we are climbing the rope, okay. So we are stressing the rope or climbing the rope. So we are applying a force in a downward direction. In the same time, that means we are stressing the rod or pulling the rod in the downward direction with a force F, then the rope will also apply a force F upon us in the upward direction. So this is called action and reaction, okay. Now see, action and reaction both are equal but act in different direction. See here. So earlier I have studied that if two force F1 and F2, if the two forces are equal and act in opposite direction, so their resultant force was F1 minus F2 is equals to 0. So कोई दो force if they are in equal magnitude and act in opposite direction, the resultant force is 0. So is the resultant of action and reaction are 0? So action and reaction का जो resultant force होगा ये 0 नहीं होगा, ये 0 नहीं है, क्योंकि देखो सपोज हम लोग किसी को थप्पड़ मारा है, ठीक है, किसी को थप्पड़ मारने से क्या होगा, हम लोग उसका सीक में फोर्स अप्लाई कर रहे हैं, ठीक है, इसके बाद हम लोग का जो हाथ भी क्या होगा, पेन होगा। सो पेन क्यों होगा, क्योंकि हम लोग जो फोर्स अप्लाई कर रहे हैं, सो रिएक्शन भी हम लोग का हाथ में अप्लाई होगा, ठीक है। सो हम लोग एक्शन कहाँ पे अप्लाई कर रहे हैं, हम दूसरे आदमी का सीक पे और गाल पे, यस और नो, और रिएक्शन कहाँ पे अप्लाई हो रहा है, हम लोग का हैंड में। So both the force action act on different bodies and reaction act on different bodies, and that is why the resultant is not equals to 0. So ये जो एग्जाम्पल लिया था F1 and F2, ठीक है, इसका जो रिजल्टेंट मैंने 0 लिखा था। So these two forces must act on the same bodies. सेम बॉडी में एक्ट होने के बाद ही इसका रिजल्टेंट फोर्स 0 होगा if the two forces equals magnitude. But action and reaction are act on different bodies, and that is why the resultant of action and reaction is not equal to 0, or action cannot cancel reaction, or reaction cannot cancel action. ठीक. So थर्ड लॉ का और एक एग्जांपल है recoil velocity of a gun. So recoil velocity of a gun क्या है? So when we fire a bullet with a gun, the bullet will move out. Okay, we know that the bullet will move out with a very high velocity, but the gun, suppose bullet is moving towards this direction, and the gun will also move little bit backward with a certain velocity. That backward velocity of the gun is called recoil velocity. Okay. Suppose this is our gun and this is the bullet. Okay. After firing, the bullet is moving, suppose with a velocity of small v, and at the same time, when the bullet move with velocity v, then the gun will also move backward, suppose its velocity is capital V. Okay. Now suppose velocity of the gun is mass of the gun is capital M and mass of the bullet is small m. Okay, before firing, velocity of the gun was 0 and velocity of the bullet is also 0, because before firing both the bullet and gun are stationary or at rest. After firing, velocity of the gun were taken as capital V. Okay, and velocity of the bullet is small v. So before firing इसका जो momentum होगा, momentum is represented by P. Momentum before firing. Okay, then momentum of the gun क्या होगा? Mass m into 0, 0. बुलेट का मोमेंटम कितना होगा? m into 0, 0. So 0. So before firing momentum is 0, but after firing momentum of the gun m into v plus momentum of the bullet small m into small v. ठीक है? Now there is a law of conservation of momentum. According to the law of conservation of momentum, momentum after firing is equal to momentum before firing. ठीक है? So m into v plus small m into small v equals to 0. So m into v equals to minus of small m into small v. So capital V equals to small m into small v divided by capital M. So this is the recoil velocity of the gun. So with this velocity, small m into small v divided by capital M, with this velocity the gun will move backward, and negative sign is indicates that it is moving backward. Okay, bullet is moving forward and the gun is moving backward. So this negative sign indicates backward velocity. Okay, thank you.